Thousands of ethnic Armenians were seen fleeing the breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh on Monday. Many are queuing up on the road to Armenia after their decades-old separatist state was defeated by Azerbaijan in a lightning military operation. So why are these people leaving? The leadership of the breakaway region says 120,000 ethnic Armenians will leave Nagorno-Karabakh as they do not want to live as part of Azerbaijan. Baku says it will guarantee their rights and integrate the region. But the Armenians say they fear repression and ethnic cleansing. Azerbaijan has denied any such intentions. In the First Karabakh War between 1988 and 1994, about 30,000 people were killed and more than 1 million people displaced. If all 120,000 ethnic Armenians go down the Lachen corridor to Armenia, the small country could face a humanitarian crisis. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said on Friday that space had been allocated for at least 40,000 people. With winter approaching, it was not immediately clear where 120,000 people could be housed in Armenia, whose population is just 2.8 million. The International Committee of the Red Cross says it has started registering people looking for unaccompanied children or who have lost contact with loved ones. For Azerbaijan, the exit of Armenians from Karabakh is a major victory. It brings an apparent close to many years of war and squabbling over the region. President Ilham Aliyev said his iron fist had consigned the idea of an independent ethnic Armenian Karabakh to history and claims that the region will become a paradise as part of Azerbaijan. The mass exodus could change the delicate balance of power in the South Caucasus region. It is an area with a patchwork of ethnicities crisscrossed with oil and gas pipelines. Russia, the United States, Turkey and Iran are all fighting for influence. Russia has a military base in Armenia and regards itself as the prime security guarantor in the region. But Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has said the crisis showed that his country could not rely on Russia to defend its interests. Pashinyan said that unidentified forces were seeking to stoke a coup against him. He has accused Russian media of fighting an information war against him. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said on Monday that Russia considers Armenia its ally, but rejects Yerevan's attempts to blame Moscow for the crisis. This month, Armenia hosted a joint army exercise with the United States, which has criticized Azerbaijan's military operation. Turkey, a NATO member, supports Azerbaijan. We don't know what happens to us next. We don't know what the government has in store for us. There is not a single chance to go back. If there were chances, we would not leave in the first place. It is very dangerous there.
Thousands of ethnic Armenians fled Nagorno-Karabakh on Monday, saying they feared persecution and ethnic cleansing. Desperate to leave, people were seen loading belongings into buses and trucks at the border with Armenia, after Azerbaijan brought the breakaway region to heel by force a week earlier. After crossing the border, many of the refugees arrive in the town of Goris, where they are given food and shelter at hotels. Alpin Mosvian is still shaken by what she left behind.
We ran into a hangar, then to a basement in Stepanakert. The gunfighting was everywhere, all the time, not even a 5-minute break. It was going on all the time. We could not leave the basement because it was dangerous. We could die at any moment.
Petya Grigorian says there was shelling on all sides. The dead were piling up, he tells Reuters. 2 refrigerated trucks filled to the top with bodies, and there's no place even to bury them. Some of those refugees fleeing told Reuters Nagorno-Karabakh is finished for good. Anna Agopyan doesn't think she'll see her home again.
No, no one is going back. That's it. We're over this Karabakh topic for good, I think. Unless the world turns upside down and everything is good again for everyone everywhere, because right now the world is a complete mess. No one knows what's going on, but maybe we'll have some kind of payback. Although that's not possible, just not possible.
The Armenian government is making preparations for thousands of refugees, adding that at least 6,650 people had arrived so far. Azerbaijan said it launched the 24-hour military operation against Karabakh forces after attacks on its own citizens. President Ilham Aliyev said his army had only targeted Karabakh fighters and that civilians had been protected.
At the border between Armenia and Azerbaijan, cars and trucks arrive one by one, packed with displaced families fleeing Nagorno-Karabakh, like the majority of the enclave's population. At the border, people anxiously wait for their relatives to arrive.
How can we go back? Our Karabakh will no longer exist. There is no help from any country. No country speaks for us.
Exhausted from their journey, they register with the Red Cross inside these tents, are given food and drink before heading for towns across the region, like Goris, just 25 kilometers away. This mountain town has welcomed thousands of refugees. The local theatre is being used as a temporary shelter. But Goris is only a transit point. Many are lost, not knowing where to go next, still in shock and grieving over what they've left behind.
We took our children and left our homes to come here, to find refuge, a new home. Our nation has been sold by a government that does not know what it's doing.
The Armenian government says it's prepared to take in 40,000 displaced families. Charity groups are working round the clock to help meet this target.
Of course, I feel quite overwhelmed because the situation is quite difficult. They are arriving like a lot of refugees, and I'm not sure if our country is quite ready for that. And we as a fund, we're trying to help refugees as much and as fast as possible.
Humanitarian aid will become more and more urgent as authorities expect an influx of refugees in the coming days.